Welcome to 5-Minute Finance Tips. Budgets are extremely important. Budgets help you to understand where your money is going instead of wondering where it went. Have you ever wondered how to make your own budget, stick to it, and track your spending? Watch this video to see how you can make a very simple $0 budget that works for everyone no matter your income. This is especially good if you sometimes have a problem with overspending or you don't always know where your money is going. This type of budget can be made on a payday when you know exactly how much money you have for the next time period up until your next payday. The aim of this budget is to give every dollar a job. Now before we start, you need the following. Bank statements or a current list of living expenses. List all of your bills, current income statements, future targets. The reason I ask you to include your future targets is so you have something to look forward to. You also need somewhere to write down your budget. This can be a piece of paper, a notebook, Excel, Microsoft Word, anything. We will make a fortnightly budget, but this will work for any time frame. This will be based on an average single person living in Sydney. First thing to figure out is how much income you get and where it comes from. You can use this to estimate your entire year, more on that later. Second, take your bank statements, comb through them in detail to understand what your living expenses are. Find out where your money is going and how much you're spending on different things. At this stage, we also need a list of all of our bills for the next fortnight. We need to categorize and add up our expenses. I like to categorize my expenses into fixed expenses, and then with that, I have essential expenses such as accommodation, utilities, insurance, education, communication. There are also non-essential fixed expenses such as Netflix, YouTube, entertainment, other things just for my own pleasure. We also have variable items. There are essential variable items such as transport and groceries. There are also non-essential variable items. These are things such as additional food and drink when you go out, holidays, entertainment, extras such as birthday gifts or Christmas gifts that you want to get for people, and last but not least, debts. Now you understand your expenses. Hopefully you have enough income to cover all of your expenses. You should try and adjust your expenses to balance out your budget. More on balancing out your budget later. In this budget, we have $400 left over for this fortnight. We can now use this to decide what to do with our money until we get to $0. We can use it for things such as gifts, savings, paying off our debt faster, investing, anything else. But importantly, this is where your future targets come in. You can make a plan to achieve those targets based on what you currently have. You need to write down where your leftover money is going to ensure every dollar has a job before you spend it. This way you won't feel bad for spending money on a birthday or an event, especially if you had already budgeted for it. If you find it hard to stick to your budget, you can always try to split your money into different accounts from the moment that you get paid. You can take cash out for your non-essential spending, so now when your cash runs out, you know you have no more non-essential spending left to do. If you ever want to use this technique to estimate your entire year's budget, you can. Everything will be the same. You just have to know what big bills are going to come up. These are usually quarterly or annual expenses. If you have large quarterly or annual expenses, you can distribute them across small chunks or save small amounts for them every time you get paid. You can save $34.70 a fortnight to pay for a $900 car rego throughout the year. You can save $20 per fortnight if you want to spend $500 on gifts throughout the year. If your income is not regular, it's a good idea to use the least amount you're going to earn or an average amount. And now you might be wondering what to do if your budget isn't balancing or your income is less than your spending. If you have any debt, speak to your debtors and ask for reduced payment terms or terms that will better suit your current conditions. Look through your bank statements and find places where you can reduce costs. I'll make another video on how much you should aim to spend on different things. This is a little more advanced but can help you save much more. With this in mind, if you find that you have extra cash from your non-essential spending pile, it's okay not to spend it. It means you can put more money into your savings or investment account. It means you're doing really well. It's ideal. You can use Excel just as I'm doing here, or you can use other budgeting apps. Some of these will ask for access to your bank account so they can track your spending and income. You can write down your budget on a piece of paper. Basically, there are plenty of ways that you can track your spending. This is one of the best ways to start budgeting. You don't need to change much about how you currently spend unless your budget isn't balancing. If you already budget, let me know how you budget in the comment section below. Please leave a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.